Green Bay, Miami. I got to sell that one because it's on NBC. The other two, and the middle game, the one that has been generating gigantic ratings in recent years, cracking 40 million. 40 million. It's Giants-Cowboys. But there is a reason to watch. There is a reason to watch because Tommy Cutlets is back. And as part of this, and I noticed this the other day, I think it was Tuesday, Tim Boyle signs with the Giants practice squad. They also worked out Alex Magoo, I think, one of the XFL, UFL, whatever FL former quarterbacks. It's like, why do they need a fourth quarterback? It's not training camp. It's not the offseason. Why do you need a fourth quarterback? You got three. Well, and I wrote this at PFT, the reason why they're benching Daniel Jones is to avoid an injury that would cause them to owe him up to $23 million, which is currently guaranteed for injury. So not only are they not playing him, they're minimizing his practice time because you put him out on the field, something happens, $23 million out of John Mara and Steve Tish's pockets. It's that simple. That's why they added the extra quarterback. And it was confirmed yesterday. Pat Leonard in the New York Daily News pointed out that at practice, because Wednesday's obviously the traditional first practice of the week for a Sunday game, there's Daniel Jones, QB4 in the individual drills, the handoff drills to start practice, QB4. Probably no scout team reps, no live reps, no opportunities for Jones to get injured. So that's what's going on. And I asked someone last night, not with the Giants, just someone I know who knows people with every team, and just like, why wouldn't they just cut him? And one plausible reason is, and I haven't done the research on the cap consequences, if they want to cut him with a post-June 1 designation after the season ends, then that's a reason to hang on to him. Number two, if you cut him now, he's going to pass through waivers. You're still going to owe him the rest of his salary. $35.5 million is his base salary this year. He's a vested veteran, so he'd clear waivers. He'd be entitled to get the rest of it from you as termination pay, and then he could go sign with anyone else he wanted to sign with. And it would be fitting if he ended up with the Eagles. So they'll squat on him. And the person I spoke to said, well, you know, they could get hot with Tommy DeVito, fat chance, and then DeVito could get injured, and they may want to go back to Jones. They may be willing to risk the $23 million if that would happen. So bottom line, I don't think they're going to cut him. They would have done it by now. And they're not being so overt in the effort to freeze him out that it's going to give him a case to be made if he'd file a grievance. Because that's what would happen. Because you can't lock a guy out. That precedent was set by Steve McNair in 2006 after the Titans drafted Vince Young. They were going to trade Steve McNair. He had, at the time, like an $11 million, I think, non-guaranteed salary or cap number or something like that. They didn't want to risk him getting injured in the facility and owing him that money, so they locked him out. And a grievance was filed. And McNair won. And that expedited the trade to Baltimore in 2006. So unless the player's fine with it, you can't send him home. Now, if Daniel Jones was fine with it, then send him home. Like Deshaun Watson, that weird limbo year in 2021 when the Texans were trying to trade him and he was not around the team when the team was otherwise there. I think I'm remembering the right guy. I don't think they had Deshaun Watson around the team very much. You can do that if the player's fine with it. If Jones wasn't, then there'd be an issue. But what they're doing, just enough to keep him from making the argument. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.